stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ow!
More craziness.
Now, in other crazy news,
You said you have not been feeling well today.
yes, I have not.
The past few days.
I haven't. I don't know what I've got, like the flu or something. And
No, you don't.
I don't.
You do not.
Okay, what do I have?
You now officially have. Oh, no, it's gone. The new COVID virus.
Shut up.
No, it's new. Well, it's gone. But you have I can't remember what it's called, but it's like all kind of letters, numbers,
Oh, let's see.
and that's what you have.
I do not have COVID. Stop it.
We do. It's a new strain.
I'm tired of I'm tired of their bullshit. COVID variant NB 1.8.1.
Yes.
Fuck off.
That's what you have.
No, I
You know
don't.
why you have that? You know why we have a new virus now? Because they just came out with a report.
Everything's
yesterday?
looking good.
No, that the vaccine does not work.
Oh, good.
That the vaccine actually didn't work. And in fact, that they've now cleared children and healthy kids and pregnant women. They said, don't take it.
Oh, well, that's safe.
And there's a report that I think I sent to you that I was talking with the Flat Earth guy before the show about.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a video, right?
Yeah, it's a video. It's still going. I think it's live still.
Live.
Yeah, it's live.
I mean, the numbers that are coming out are staggering of the amount of people that have been killed by taking this vaccine.
Yeah, I heard something about my friend Eric hit me up today with an email that said 60 people in Pittsburgh were proven dead from the mRNA virus or whatever.
With mRNA.
Yeah.
We talked to the Dr. Robert Malone the other day. He's the creator of the mRNA technology.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, that's why this is not actually a vaccine. It's not. It's
Right.
A vaccine is, by definition, is a virus, like a dead form of the virus or weakened form of the virus that they create into a vaccine. This is technology that actually changes your DNA, has spike proteins, and can kill you.
Sure.
And the reports are now coming out that they knew, Biden and the administration knew that this, quote, vaccine could cause myocarditis, inflammation around the heart, and could kill you if you took it. Now, I know a couple of people, after taking the shot, dead.
Yeah.
They weren't dead because of COVID. They were dead because, I would assume, after they took the shot is when they started getting sick and they died. I mean, I don't know what it takes to prove it.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough proof. Yeah,
But these people have lied to us, and Joe Biden and that administration has blood on their hands. And look, I will be the first one to say Donald Trump put this stupid warp speed crap thing out and said, here's the vaccine. Everybody love it. Look what I did for you. But he didn't mandate people to take it. Joe Biden mandated people to take it. He got on TV and made people feel bad. Got on TV and said, we are losing our patience with you, people that haven't taken it. You are hurting other people by not taking this vaccine. No, they were killing people and they knew it.
Yeah.
What's this guy saying? Can we check it out or no?
Well, you can turn it on here.
Locked your residents up and did not allow them to go grocery. President of the United States issued an executive order, which was ruled unconstitutional, by the way, that said that if you worked for a company with 100 employees, because not 99, 100, that you would be fired.
That's Bernie
If you
Moreno.
did not prove you didn't have a COVID vaccine negative test or got vaccinated. Why would we have some decision like that? How depraved do you have to be to do that? Answer the question the way you feel.
Oh, I got to hear
down the
this
line.
answer.
I'll have to start with you, Mr. Call, Dr.
Briefly.
My testimony on this issue went all the way to the Supreme Court that overturned 4 out of the 5 Biden mandates. They were scientifically ungrounded, they were sociologically deranged, and they caused great harm. To this day, people are in court trying to get their jobs back and trying to put their lives together because of these disastrous policies.
And just to be clear, sorry, Chairman, nurses were included in that, correct? Healthcare workers. The ranking member called them heroes. It seems to me that when you have a hero, you don't terminate their ability to make money and have them fired because they're making a personal choice. Because he ultimately, and I'll end with this, ultimately, this is what this is all about. See, I get to get a choice if I'm going to get vaccinated. And if it doesn't stop the spread, it is none of any other human being in this country's business what I did or did not do. Would you agree quickly?
100%. And I think Director Walensky, when she said of the science of hope, that is not science. Science is facts. Hope is not science.
Damn, they're laying it down.
Well, one of those guys is Dr. Peter McCullough, who I've talked to, and we've had on Bob's show and stuff. He absolutely has done research upon research upon research about people dying from this vaccine.
Yeah.
That was Senator Bernie Moreno right there. Our own senator.
Our own guy.
He's right. And they are coming forward now, and we are finding out some of the truth that actually happened with this junk. And they tried to kill people, or they just were trying to do we're going to, attempt to lock people down, keep them in their homes, and see how much we can control this population.
Dude, I went through it, and again, I'm not trying to make this about me, but I refused to close. Like we closed like everybody else. Pinball PA, I'm talking about. We closed like everybody else did at first. And then when they started with all those goddamn zones and whatever, I was just like, I'm done with this. But I did the work. I made the calls. I called the master, what's his name? Master Antonio or whatever his name is that was one of the senators from Pennsylvania.
Right.
I called him and I talked to him and I talked to the state police about if my guys were going to get arrested. And, and I asked him point blank, are my guys going to get arrested if I leave the doors open? And they were like, yeah, we're not coming to arrest anybody. But
they did in other spots. I mean,
they did in other spots. And that's why I had to call and ask the question.
Well, there were gyms that tried to stay open and people were locked up.
And I wasn't afraid to go to jail for myself, but I wasn't going to get my guys arrested, but I did. I made the choice to stay open. And dude, let me tell you about the unmerciless social media beating that we got. Everything was, you're going to kill people just so that you can keep getting rich. Keep getting rich. I'm going to kill people because I'm going to keep getting rich. And They were calling my place the Coronacade and, and you know, the murder spot in Pittsburgh. The murder spot in Pittsburgh.
That's it. Dude, I remember when I was on with Triv and we were talking about this, and Triv decided he was going to take the vaccine because his doctor or whoever, I have my doubts, but somebody told him to take it. And I said, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I refused. And sure as shit, I've never seen his audience turn on him like that ever.
They didn't like it, huh?
And they did not like the fact that he was going to do it. And I remember arguing with him numerous times on the air about it and saying, why would you do this? It's not been proven. This is not anything that's been tested. Why would you put something in you that you don't know what it's going to do to you?
Yeah. No, I agree.
And people turned. And then, unfortunately, he's gone. But they were going to fire me at the radio station.
For not taking the
vaccine.
Yeah.
And then finally it came out, they said, no, all right, we're not going to. They lifted that mandate of having to fire people with over 100 employees. And so I didn't get let go because of that.
Right.
Got let go because of bails afterwards. But, yeah. I mean, I was close to getting fired because of not taking that vaccine. I remember I was in the hospital getting my leg taken off. And they said, we're going to give you a COVID vaccine. I was like, the hell you are. I was like, you are not giving me that shot. And I remember one of the doctors or nurses, I should say, nurses that I had that was helping me with my leg and stuff. And he said, dude, you don't understand how close that was. He's like, we know that shit does not work. And we're like, do not take it. He was like, we've seen people that are coming up here that are real sick after taking that shot.
Yeah.
And he said, and on top of that, they're getting sick not only with something that we don't know what it is, but people are coming through with COVID and they got the shot. It doesn't do anything. It didn't do anything.
No, it didn't do nothing.
It doesn't help you. It doesn't lessen the symptoms. It doesn't do anything that it said it was going to do.
Nothing.
By the way, this show will not be on YouTube. But they lied. And now it's coming out that they really lied. Like they super duper lied. I mean, do you realize the scandals that are going on from this last administration that it's getting almost zero mainstream media press?
Well, the media is not going to cover it.
They're not covering the fact that they lied about COVID and the vaccine. They're not giving the press to the fact that, well, some of them were coming out. Jake Tapper came out with his book. But who was running the country?
Huh?
It wasn't Joe Biden.
Carling all metalheads, the CMS Network is now on Substack, and it's your new metal haven. Get your daily dose of the classic metal show, Chris Aiken Presents, The Seth Williams Show, and all our other shows, all in one killer app. It's free to join, or just pay $4.99 a month, go ad-free, snag original early releases, and unlock exclusive bonus content. But that's not all. It's an online community where you can hang out with fellow ad bangers who live for raw, uncensored commentary. Ready to join the thrash? Download the Substack app from your iOS or Android store, search for the CMS Network, and get into the pit. It's free and the ultimate way to bring our metal madness with you every day. Install a Substack app now and follow the CMS Network.
The media is not even looking into this. Why aren't they talking? This is a bigger scandal than Watergate.
I think so,
You
too.
come up with a bigger scandal in the history of our country than a president that was so sick with dementia and cancer. I mean, we thought it was a joke. He was shitting his pants when he was out on stage. He was.
Yeah.
I mean, because he's sick. When he froze on stage numerous times, they said those are cheap fakes. Those are Republicans making videos that aren't true. It's AI. No, it was true. And now they're coming out with that actually happened. And can you think of a bigger scandal in the history of our country?
No, there's not one.
JFK getting shot?
The only one potentially, and it probably would have been a lot different if it happened now. I mean, the two are 9/11 and Pearl Harbor.
But I don't think Pearl Harbor was that a presidential scandal.
Yeah, well, it is
It should
now.
have been attacked, but I mean,
But there's lots of proof that they knew it was coming and they let it happen so that they could go into the war.
okay. Well, I mean, that would
There's that. I mean, there is again, that's more of a Reddit thing than it is a mainstream thing. But again, the mainstream media doesn't cover anything.
I mean, 9/11.
9/11. There's a lot of people that think. I mean, I was just watching. There's a pretty good new.
Look, we can make rumors about stuff all day long and say this could have happened. 9/11. Oh, it was George Bush. He blew up the buildings himself. I mean, but we can prove this. We can prove the fact that the vaccine didn't work. They were forcing you to take it.
True.
People are dying from it. We can prove the fact that Joe Biden was not in charge.
Right.
He was an auto pen was signing orders from God only knows who. Whether it was Jill, whether it was somebody in Congress or Senate, or whether it was aides that just wanted to take over. I mean, you don't know who is signing stuff.
Right. Oh
We
yeah.
did not have a president for the past 4 years.
No, we did not. No, I agree with you.
So I don't know what's a bigger scandal. I don't, Afghanistan. Joe Biden's been involved in a lot of scandals. I mean, 13 people died because of what Joe Biden did with Afghanistan.
I agree.
Then the guy's checking his fucking watch while he's sitting at a ceremony for the dead.
Yeah, well, he didn't want to be there. He knew he killed him. He didn't need to see it again.
I mean, this guy has been involved in some of the biggest. The guy blackmailed Ukraine with his son. No wonder he's giving him billions and billions of our dollars.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. And then you get people like Reagan and Dawn on WNIR site who are sitting there saying how bad Donald Trump is and Joe Biden was the greatest thing since sliced bread. And we need another president like him.
Well, we need him so that the women can continue to vote.
We need him. Yeah. We need him so diaper companies don't go out of business.
That's right.
Look, I feel bad for the guy. I don't wish death on anybody, and I hope that illness affects everybody, left side, right side, everybody. And so I hate to see anybody get sick, especially with cancer. It's a horrible disease. I know people personally that have it or had it, and it's terrible. So I don't wish that on anybody. But when it comes down to being the president of the freaking United States, man, somebody had to be in charge, and it wasn't him.
Yeah.
And who was it? I want to know who was in charge the past 4 years. Was it Obama? Was it Big Mike?
It's probably a little of all of the above. It's probably George Soros.
George Soros? Who is signing these orders? Who is making them up? Who is telling people what to do? Who came up? Biden's not smart enough to come up with the Green New Deal scam.
I think it might be Kankles. Might have had some involvement as well.
She might have too. I mean, it seemed like they had a committee of people that were running this country, and it wasn't the guy that was supposedly elected. And now you have to look at that and go, wait a second. All right. Hang on. This guy was really elected. This guy.
Well, I never thought that he was elected.
I know, but I mean, now you look at all the votes that changed overnight, and Pennsylvania all of a sudden flipped, and this happened, and that happened. As soon as the polls were closed, and there were boards over windows, you couldn't see it, and strange boxes appearing overnight, and
Trucks rolling in at 3 a.m.
And all of a sudden, like 300,000 votes came in. Not one of them for Donald Trump. They were all for Joe Biden.
Well, yeah.
It just kind of happens that way.
There's a big groundswell.
I think maybe you got to start looking at that and go, I wonder if this committee of people that were going to run the fucking country for the next 4 years had anything to do with this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bad deal, man.
I mean, I think one of the aides came out and said, yeah, we were hoping we were going to try to help him win, knowing that he could not run the country.
Great.
And that we would be doing it. I mean, they're coming out of the woodwork now saying that this whole thing has been a scam and the media was involved and all because they hate Donald Trump.
Yeah.
You know what's sad? There are some messed up people out there, and I know some, that would actually say, good. I wish they would have succeeded.
Oh, yeah. I know that's true.
We had a shadow government for 4 years, over 4 years. And there are people out there going, oh, that's fine. As long as Donald Trump lost. They tried to kill him twice.
Yeah. Allegedly. Let's not get into any legal.
I have to say, allegedly, somebody shot at his face.
Yeah, but you're saying that the Dems did, or the people in government.
Allegedly.
You can't point an exact finger at any.
I could post all I want on Facebook. I can't say it here.
No. And you could actually be charged on Facebook for saying it too.
Allegedly.
As a public figure.
Allegedly tried to kill him.
There you go. See? Was that so hard? Doesn't mean you have to mean that it's alleged. It just means you have to say it.
Allegedly, we had Tweedledee and Tweedledum running the fucking country for the past 4 years.
Yes. See? Isn't that better? Now you're protected.
Allegedly, everything I said is true.
It's the same reason I put on all the videos that everything said on any of these shows is just the opinions. It's not meant to be a fact.
Allegedly, the vaccine is killing people. Jesus, dude. They're having hearings on it.
Yeah, they are. Doesn't mean anything.
It's proof.
Well, it's not proof. It's just hearings. There's never been a lie told in a hearing, right?
Well, I mean, there are doctors out there.
Oh, I agree. Believe me, dude. I'm on your side with this. I mean, I literally while we've been talking about this, I looked it up and I actually saved the phone call with the police when I called the state police to make sure that I wouldn't get arrested or that my guys wouldn't get arrested for fucking for staying open. It was a big concern. It was real concern.
I can imagine.
You know, want to hear it? I'll play it. I don't care.
First is making Trump a demon. Dems loved him until he went against his friends and the Clintons. Well, that's true.
Yes.
I mean, all those people hung out with him. All those celebrities, all these politicians, they loved him, especially when he was giving them money.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a
that's
sudden,
why they loved him.
He runs against him, and now he's the devil, and he's Hitler.
Mm-hmm. He's the worst ever.
I said that to Chisunka the other day on Facebook. I mean, the guy's calling Trump Hitler. And I said, well, wait a second. You call Trump Hitler, yet you're okay with the people that hate the Jews going to our universities.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you understand? You make no sense. Just keep bringing people together. It's so crazy anymore. Yeah, I want to hear the call.
All right, here, I can pull this up. I haven't even screened it, so God knows what I say in it, but I hope I don't say anything that I shouldn't. Let's see. Present, share. If I do, I'll kill it quickly, but
Allegedly. This call is real.
allegedly. Yeah. No, this is a real call.
County Dispatch.
Yeah, I had a question about businesses opening this weekend. I own a business, and I don't know that we would fall within the yellow guideline. And I'm trying to find out what would happen if I open anyway.
Where's it at?
Aliquid in the Hopewell Shopping Center.
Let me see if the state police can help you. Hang on.
State police?
Yeah, hang on.
All right.
What a crazy time, man.
I know that I had to do.
Beaver P. Crawford.
Yeah, hi. I own a small business, and we're planning on opening this weekend, and I'm not sure that we would fall within the yellow, and I'm trying to find out what happens if we decide to open anyway.
What kind of business is it?
It's an arcade. Hello.
Where's the business located?
Aliquippa?
What's the most painful way to die? Shotgun blast? Speeding bus? Drowning? But for many, burning alive is the most unimaginable fate. In 1994, Chris survived an industrial accident that left him with burns over 69% of his body. Just living defied all odds. In Call Me Chris, Chris Aiken shares his harrowing journey of survival, recovery, and the brutal honesty of facing life after the flames. It's raw, real, and a testament to human resilience. Get your copy of Call Me Chris today at chrisaiken.net or on Amazon. Witness the power of determination.
You know, I'm not exactly sure what businesses can and can't open.
Okay.
We haven't gotten a list. I don't know if you want to call the Department of Labor. They might be able to help you.
No, I want to call you.
Yeah. Call the police.
You know, I'm not going to tell you that you can't open.
Okay, I mean, assuming that we're not in yellow, do I inevitably get arrested if I open? Or?
No, we're not arresting anybody for that, for opening up. The most you're going to get right now is a warning.
Okay.
If that. I mean, we're pretty laxed here.
Okay.
With stuff.
Sure.
You know, now if you do open and you're not supposed to be open, you know, if there's groups larger than 25, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you're not practicing social distancing, and you know, there's some other little guidelines and stuff. I mean, you know, you could get cited. You know,
Okay.
the business itself could get cited
Sure.
for not following those protocols.
Sure.
But yeah, I would call the Department of Labor to see
Okay.
if you qualify under that.
Okay.
I think you probably should, but
Should
you know,
call the
again, I'm
department
not
or
sure.
should open?
Both.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you got to make a living too. You
Right,
know?
exactly. Like, can I ask you one question about the
Yeah.
gatherings of 25? Is that within the building, or is there a distance for gathering? Because I mean, we
think
have like
that's it within the building. I'm not sure. You know, we don't get all the information right away. We usually get it after the fact
okay,
for some reason. But I know you're not supposed to have groups larger than 25, but I don't know if that's on the property or in the building.
okay.
17. So, yeah, give them a call and see what they tell you.
Okay, we'll do. Thank you for your help.
Yep.
All right, bye. So there you go. Man, what a fucking time, right? I had to call the state police to ask if I was allowed to open without being arrested.
Brian is so right, man. What country we've become.
Yes.
And I mean, I truly believe, I mean, now watch, I'll get COVID and die. But I truly believe that they were just testing us, dude. I mean, I really.
Oh, I do too.
I think COVID wasn't real.
I
you
had
got
it, so
sick.
I know it was real. Yeah.
And I got it too, and it sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I didn't feel good for a while. And there were times, dude, I still went outside and smoked, and then I was out of breath on my way back to my bed. But they shouldn't have locked the country down.
No.
They
Thank
hurt
God.
More, they hurt more than they helped.
Think about this, dude. And I do think about this as one of the rabble rousers that just said fuck you and did it anyway. Think about what would have happened if nobody fought the authority. I think we'd still be locked down.
It might. We very well might.
I think the only reason we opened up was because there were people, and I don't want to say like me, but there were definitely people that just were like, we're done with this.
I'm not going to do it anymore.
I'm not doing it. I'm not making people wear masks. I'm not going to hire extra people to clean up every 10 feet in my building all day long. You know, I'm just not going to do it. If we didn't have those people, like the guy that stood up in the gym or whatever and got shut down and lost his ass. If we didn't have those people, we'd still be in it. I truly believe. And dude, there was too few of them. Like, you know, I see Drake in here commenting on this. He could tell you there was one time me, him, his wife, and his son, Dominic, we were all getting together for dinner. This is during COVID. We were getting together right here in Twinsburg at the place called The Basement. It's right down the road from me. You know where it is.
Yeah.
You know, we went there. We were meeting there. They were already there when I got there. I come in. Of course, I was not wearing a mask. And as I come in, they had a person at the door to tell me to put a mask on. And I told the person at the door, I was like, fuck you. I'm not putting a mask on. Fuck off. He even tried to hand me a mask. I was like, nah, I'm not going to wear it. And I didn't. And I walked in, and John, of course, was like, you always got to be a fucking problem, don't you? And I was like, yes, I do. On this kind of nonsense, I'm not playing this game. I'm not playing this game where once I sit down, now I'm magically safe.
Yeah.
But if I stand up, I better fucking mask up because the air a foot over my head is dirty. Get the fuck out of here with this shit.
The rules were so crazy. I mean, like,
It's dumb.
Like, I had to work every day, so I had to drive to work every single day. And I needed gas. I'd stop at the gas station most mornings and get something to drink and stuff before I go in. And there's people just standing in the gas station all around, and they had like their masks on, but around like their chin. They weren't do it. They didn't have it on
No.
their face, and they're just standing around drinking coffee, talking. They weren't standing 10 feet apart. They have all these stupid arrows on the ground, like that's going to tell people where to go.
Right.
And then it was like the strangest thing. You go to a grocery store, and they had all the lanes, like the aisles, going in one direction, and you go up another direction, and down another direction. Well, wait a second. You can all go down the same aisle together, standing next to each other, as long as you didn't go the opposite direction.
Right.
They have these fucked up rules that made no sense at all. Even Dr. Fauci comes out and says the mask didn't work and the 10 feet thing was just whatever. They just kind of made something
Just
up.
bullshit, right?
They lied to us.
Yeah, it was all nonsense.
You know what's sad though is that there's people generally on the left, because most of the right was like, "Fuck this, I'm not doing this. I'm grabbing my gun and I'm waiting for you to try to come in my house." But the people on the left are like, "Oh my god, dude, you're gonna kill people if you don't wear that mask.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get other people sick if you don't take that vaccine."
Yeah.
Even though
I get accused of it all the time, because I would not do it.
People are still getting sick with the vaccine. Yet these idiots still didn't get it. They didn't understand it. They didn't understand the vaccine wasn't working.
Yeah, it didn't do nothing.
It didn't stop anything.
No. It didn't do anything. It was just it was a joke. It was nonsense.
I mean, I have close people in my family that got the damn vaccine against my wishes, and both of them got sick, ended up getting me sick.
Yeah. Yeah, it was that whole time. I'm glad it's done. They could try and put any other thing. I hate it if there ever is a real thing, because none of us are going to believe them now.
Well, now there's a new strain of COVID.
Yeah, and straight up, nobody believes you, and nobody's going to fucking take any precaution over it.
Well, they supposedly
You tried and lost.
It's mainly over in the Mediterranean area, but it could get over here. So watch out.
Eat a dick. We're not wearing masks again. We're not going to be controlled again. Fuck you.
I mean, they said it came from a fucking pangolin or some weird shit. Fucking
Yeah, well,
animal.
that's kind of, doesn't that sound familiar? Or China bat?
Yeah, but I sat there and like, I watched these videos before it happened. I remember telling Triv, I was like watching YouTube videos because they kept popping up.
Sure.
Of the Chinese locking their people inside their homes. I mean, they were literally welding doors shut and windows shut, putting bars on stuff, not letting people out of their homes. I was like, dude, man, we got something going on here. This is not good. And he's like, oh, there's China. I was like, okay.
All right, yeah, it'll stay there.
A month later, we were all, oh.
Yeah, because nobody travels from China to America. That never happens.
I might be the only one that wasn't bothered by it because I had to go to work every day. I didn't like going out to eat. I could get my to-go food, my liquor. And how great is this country? There's an outbreak of people dying of some virus across the country. People are just falling over dead everywhere. And you can't go to somebody's funeral, but you can go to a liquor store because we are Americans.
Damn right. In fact, they'll bring it to you now.
Absolutely.
DoorDash it.
America.
Love it.
I couldn't go to we had a funeral for my poor grandmother. God rest her soul. I miss her dearly. But it was right at the beginning of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't allow people in. We couldn't even get into the doors when we got there. We had to call people to unlock the doors to let us in.
Crazy.
And there was like 15 of us that were allowed to go in for this funeral. And we could do that with 15 people and nobody else is allowed to come. But on my way home, I was able to pick up a fucking big bottle of vodka and some beer and enjoy the rest of my night. America.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Triv, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron LeBron James won't wear that crown, prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.
Hey, it's Chris Aiken from the Classic Metal Show, Chris Aiken Presents, and the Seth Williams Show, straight from the uncensored heart of the CMS network. We've just been crowned a certified Rumble creator, and that means we're bringing the heat. All our shows, commercial-free, baby. Advanced episode drops, sometimes months before the normal release, so you're not stuck waiting. You'll get all this plus exclusive content for Rumble Premium subscribers that'll blow your mind. And with Rumble Premium, you'll get every CMS Network show and all of Rumble's other videos with no ads and no fluff. This is our official home, Rumble. It's raw, powerful, and unfiltered. You want in? Just hit us up at rumble.com/register/classic metal show to sign up for free commenting, chat live, and just your ability to join the chaos of all of our shows. Then while you're there, swing by any of our videos, smash that Rumble Premium button, and level up. Subscribe now. Don't sleep on this. Hit the link in the description.